What if we've been wrong about intelligence all along? Picture a world where everything you thought about being smart, how valuable it is, how glorious it seems, how it promises a better future, gets completely flipped upside down. Consider the possibility that intelligence, or even the pursuit of genius, isn't the wonderful gift we've always thought it to be. Instead, it might be a heavy burden, a curse that weighs on those who bear it, leading to deep unhappiness rather than fulfillment. Before you dismiss this idea, stick around. By the time we're done, you might find yourself questioning whether being intelligent is even desirable. Enter Arthur Schopenhauer, a philosopher whose radical ideas still raise eyebrows today. This often misunderstood thinker proposed something truly shocking, that intelligence, rather than being life's greatest blessing, might come with dangerous consequences that most people never see coming. These dangers, according to Schopenhauer, have the power to strip away our peace, happiness, and even our fundamental ability to find joy in life. In this exploration, we'll uncover his hidden insights about intelligence, examining what he discovered, why it remains relevant, and how his perspective could radically transform your understanding of both your own mind and the world that surrounds you. Schopenhauer was intimately familiar with life's hardships. Having entered the world in 1788, his philosophical outlook was deeply influenced by an era marked by suffering, uncertainty, and widespread disillusionment. While other thinkers of his time were preoccupied with lofty ideals of progress and human reason, Schopenhauer chose instead to delve into the darker aspects of human existence. He had no interest in soothing humanity with pleasant falsehoods about our potential. Rather, he dedicated himself to revealing uncomfortable truths about our nature. Among his most striking revelations was his perspective on the true cost of intelligence. In Schopenhauer's view, intelligence wasn't simply about problem-solving abilities or knowledge accumulation. Instead, he saw it as a double-edged sword, a powerful tool that could propel us to remarkable heights, while simultaneously having the potential to drag us into the deepest pits of despair. In his understanding, greater intelligence came with a heightened sensitivity to life's suffering. This insight might resonate with your own experience. Have you noticed how gaining a deeper understanding of the world often leads to feelings of isolation or disenchantment? This is precisely the phenomenon Schopenhauer was addressing. This is the paradox Schopenhauer uncovered. While intelligence sharpens our awareness, it simultaneously intensifies our sensitivity to pain and imperfection in the world. Like a powerful light that creates deeper shadows, the brighter our understanding grows, the darker our perception of reality becomes. Through Schopenhauer's lens, an intelligent mind pierces through the comforting illusions that most people use to make life more bearable. It recognizes the futility in our endless pursuit of desires, sees through the temporary nature of success, and fully grasps the inevitability of loss. And while this heightened awareness can lead to profound insights and understanding, it often leaves individuals feeling deeply isolated from others, overwhelmed by reality, and disconnected from the simple pleasures of life. Schopenhauer acknowledged intelligence's worth, but insisted we see it for what it really is, merely a tool, not the complete answer to life's challenges. He noticed how intelligent people often fall into the trap of depending too heavily on their intellect to navigate life, mistakenly believing it will guide them to happiness. However, in Schopenhauer's view, happiness isn't something we can reason our way into. Instead, it stems from something far simpler and, ironically, less intellectual: the achievement of peace of mind. Think about the times you've been trapped in endless overthinking, those nights spent mentally rehashing scenarios, analyzing every detail and searching for answers to questions that have no resolution. This, Schopenhauer would say, is intelligence's curse, a mind that ceaselessly searches even when there's nothing to be found. So what's the solution? Should we suppress our natural curiosity and stop pursuing knowledge? Should we try to become less aware? Schopenhauer's answer was refreshingly practical. While he didn't advocate for abandoning intelligence, he stressed the importance of managing its impact through tranquility, a state of inner calm and detachment. To achieve this peace, he argued, we must first accept a fundamental truth. Suffering is an inevitable part of being human. Rather than fighting against suffering or trying to intellectualize it away, we must learn to coexist with it. We also need to accept the boundaries of our understanding. No matter our intelligence, some mysteries will remain unsolved and some questions unanswered. Once we embrace these limitations, we can free ourselves from the exhausting chase for absolute certainty. Schopenhauer suggested finding meaning not through grand intellectual achievements, but in life's simple moments of beauty and connection. Whether it's watching a sunset, listening to music, or sharing a quiet moment with someone we love. These simple experiences are treasures that even the sharpest mind can't enhance through analysis. Yet Schopenhauer adds an unexpected twist. True tranquility comes from letting go of the self, that very part of us that desperately seeks understanding and control. This bold concept, inspired by Eastern philosophies like Buddhism, suggests that by moving beyond our ego, we can break free from the cycle of desire and suffering that intelligence tends to amplify. So, what's the takeaway for your life? Consider how Schopenhauer's insights about intelligence might apply to your own experience. Have you found yourself wondering if your intelligence, your perpetual need to understand and analyze, has brought more distress than satisfaction? Have you longed to silence your thoughts, even briefly, to experience the peace of simply existing? Share your experiences below, as this discussion deserves our attention. And remember, we're just beginning to explore Schopenhauer's revelations about intelligence. His next insights might transform your entire perspective on both mind and existence. Now let's explore a deeper aspect of Schopenhauer's thinking. His belief that intelligence often leads to profound isolation. To grasp this concept, we need to understand a central element of his philosophy, the will to live, which he saw as the fundamental force driving all existence. The will to live, as Schopenhauer describes it, is a blind, insatiable force driving all living beings to survive and reproduce, regardless of the suffering it causes. This will operates irrationally and relentlessly, showing no concern for individual happiness or well-being. In Schopenhauer's view, we're all enslaved to this will, trapped in an endless cycle of desire and discontent. This is where intelligence creates a unique predicament. While someone of simpler mind might live in harmony with this will, pursuing desires without questioning their deeper significance, the highly intelligent person faces a very different experience. Their sharper awareness lets them see through the will's illusions, recognizing the futility of endlessly chasing desires that never truly satisfy. But this clarity comes with a price. It creates a deep disconnect between the intelligent person and the rest of humanity. How can one relate to those who find contentment in surface-level pursuits, while being aware of life's deeper, darker truths? This gap often leaves the intelligent person feeling like an outsider, more an observer than a participant in the human experience. They carry the weight of insights that most never face, insights that expose existence's fundamental absurdity and impermanence. Yet this creates a paradox. Schopenhauer proposed an intriguing solution. The very intelligence that isolates and burdens us might also hold the key to transcending the will itself, through art and contemplation. In his view, art offers a unique escape from the will's suffering. When we truly engage with art, be it music, literature, or visual beauty, we enter a state of pure perception. In these precious moments, we're freed from desires and the will's constant demands. Instead, we find a rare liberation where we can simply observe and appreciate life without the burden of endless striving. Music, which Schopenhauer considered art's highest form, serves as a perfect example. He saw it as a direct expression of the will itself, reaching beyond language and intellect. Unlike other art forms that merely represent the world, music speaks to something far more fundamental. It connects with our deepest essence, providing moments of peace in our otherwise chaotic existence. You might relate to this. Think about times when you've been deeply moved by a piece of music, a painting, or a powerful story. In those precious moments, life's chaos seems to dissolve, connecting us to something larger and timeless. For Schopenhauer, these weren't just passing pleasures, but profound opportunities to step outside suffering's cycle and glimpse a deeper truth. But there's more to his insight. He believed intelligence could be channeled to achieve what he called quieting the will, a state of detachment. This means stepping back from life's constant striving and desires, embracing instead a mindset of acceptance and tranquility. Through this practice, we can break free from the endless cycle of craving and disappointment. This path isn't easy, particularly in a world that celebrates ambition, success, and the constant pursuit of goals, where the very idea of stepping back feels almost forbidden. Yet Schopenhauer's wisdom suggests that true fulfillment isn't found in achieving more or knowing more. Instead, it comes from releasing our grip on desires, expectations, and even our need to constantly understand everything. Consider this. Have you felt crushed by the pressure to achieve, to keep climbing higher, to endlessly improve? Perhaps the answer isn't in doing more but less. Maybe happiness lies not in adding to your life, but in simplifying it. Take a moment to reflect on this idea and share your thoughts below. Moving forward, we'll discover how Schopenhauer's insights connect with other great thinkers and examine how his perspectives on intelligence have shaped modern psychology and philosophy. His work has endured through centuries because it addresses the universal challenges of human existence, offering a path to peace that remains as valuable today as it was in his time. Here's the most intriguing aspect. While Schopenhauer's ideas might seem heavy or pessimistic, they ultimately lead to a profound sense of freedom. By recognizing intelligence's hidden costs and learning to quiet the will, we can reach a rare state of clarity and serenity that few people ever discover. But how do we actually apply these insights to our daily lives? What concrete steps can we take to embrace Schopenhauer's wisdom and reshape our relationship with intelligence? Stay tuned, because what follows might be the most crucial revelation yet. Let's explore how Schopenhauer's ideas about intelligence and the will can practically transform your life. If you've ever felt imprisoned by your thoughts or burdened by your mind's weight, his teachings offer valuable guidance. According to Schopenhauer, the journey to liberation begins with awareness. The key is recognizing how the will's patterns show up in our lives. Most of us spend our days pursuing desires, wealth, status, recognition, believing these achievements will bring lasting happiness. But as Schopenhauer observed, even when we achieve our goals, the satisfaction never lasts. Our minds quickly latch onto the next desire, keeping us trapped in an endless cycle. To break free from this pattern, Schopenhauer proposed a radical change in perspective. Rather than chasing external achievements, he suggested turning inward. Start by observing your desires without judgment. Question why you want certain things and what you truly hope they'll bring you. often you'll discover that your pursuits are driven more by society's expectations or momentary impulses than by genuine needs. This practice of introspection can help loosen the will's grip on your life, but awareness by itself isn't sufficient. Schopenhauer stressed the importance of developing mindful detachment. This isn't about becoming numb to life, but rather learning to engage with the world without being overwhelmed by it. One practical approach is through meditation or quiet reflection. By sitting in stillness and watching your thoughts, you can create distance between yourself and your mind's constant chatter. With time, this practice can help you develop a calm, centered perspective that persists even during life's difficulties. Schopenhauer also recommended another practical approach, pursuing intellectual and artistic enrichment. He believed that art and philosophy could lift us above the will's suffering. Engaging with great works of art, music, or philosophy isn't mere escapism. It's a way to connect with deeper truths about existence. When you lose yourself in a powerful symphony or become absorbed in a profound book, you're experiencing a moment of transcendence, stepping outside daily chaos to touch something timeless. Schopenhauer's insights extend deeply into how we connect with others. As we've discussed, one of intelligence's hidden burdens is the sense of isolation it brings. Highly intelligent people often struggle to connect with those around them, feeling misunderstood or like they don't belong. His solution to this challenge was elegantly simple: cultivate compassion. He believed that recognizing our shared experience of suffering is the key to forming genuine connections with others. When we view others not as competitors or obstacles, but as fellow travelers on life's challenging journey, our whole perspective transforms. This doesn't require suppressing your intelligence or lowering your standards. Instead, it means using your understanding to build bridges, develop empathy, and create meaningful connections. Now, let's explore one of Schopenhauer's most controversial ideas: renunciation. He believed that true liberation comes from letting go, not just of desires, but of the ego itself. This concept, deeply influenced by Buddhist philosophy, which Schopenhauer admired, suggests that the ego, with its constant need for validation, achievement, and control, is our primary source of suffering. By learning to loosen the ego's grip, we can discover a deeper peace. This renunciation isn't about completely withdrawing from life. Rather, it's about approaching existence with detachment and humility. Instead of desperately holding on to what we want or fighting what we fear, we learn to accept things as they are. This acceptance, Schopenhauer believed, represents the highest wisdom and offers the path to genuine freedom. Let me ask you something. Consider how often you get tangled in future worries or past regrets. Think about how much mental energy you spend trying to control things beyond your reach. Now imagine the freedom of releasing that struggle, stopping the fight against life, and simply allowing yourself to be. This is the peace Schopenhauer guides us toward. But here's the most intriguing part. While many view Schopenhauer's philosophy as pessimistic, it's actually deeply empowering. By facing and accepting life's difficult truths, we can discover a more authentic form of happiness, one that doesn't depend on external circumstances or temporary pleasures, but instead grows from understanding, acceptance, and the quieting of the will. As we reach the end of our journey, let's consider the fundamental question: what does living a truly intelligent life mean? Schopenhauer's answer might not be what you expect. True intelligence, in his view, isn't about gathering knowledge or solving problems. Instead, it's about wisdom, understanding existence's nature, embracing its complexities, and finding peace within them. As we conclude this exploration of Schopenhauer's hidden insights about intelligence, I want to leave you with this thought. Intelligence is indeed a gift. but it comes with responsibility. Your choice of how to use it, whether pursuing fleeting achievements or cultivating lasting wisdom, will shape your life's direction. If these ideas resonate with you, share your thoughts below. What's your take on Schopenhauer's ideas? Have you experienced both the burdens and blessings of intelligence in your own life? Let's continue this conversation, as these questions have the power to transform how we view ourselves and our world. Remember, as Schopenhauer taught us, the greatest truths often lie not in what we achieve but in what we learn to let go of. Now let's piece together the wisdom we've uncovered and explore how Schopenhauer's insights can reshape our understanding of intelligence and ultimately our lives. Schopenhauer's philosophy unveils a challenging yet liberating truth. While the pursuit of knowledge and understanding is noble, it doesn't automatically lead to happiness. Instead, it opens our eyes to life's inherent struggles. Yet paradoxically, this very awareness becomes our gateway to transcendence. To truly embody Schopenhauer's teachings, we must first embrace the principle of accepting life's duality. Schopenhauer taught that life exists as a balance between light and shadow, joy and suffering. True wisdom comes from accepting this duality rather than fighting against it. Each moment of happiness carries the potential for loss, while every sorrow contains the seeds of growth. When we accept this truth, we can approach life with balance and equanimity. This acceptance isn't about giving up or becoming passive. Rather, it's about engaging with life fully while staying free from illusions. When you release the expectation that life should be an endless stream of happiness, you free yourself from needless disappointment. You begin to truly appreciate moments of peace and beauty, recognizing their value precisely because of their temporary nature. Now, let's explore the second principle, the art of detachment. Detachment stands as a central theme in Schopenhauer's philosophy. He believed that much of our suffering stems from clinging to desires, relationships, ambitions, and even our own identities. Yet detachment isn't about abandoning these aspects of life, but rather learning to engage with them without allowing them to define us. Think of detachment like holding a butterfly. Grip too tightly and you'll crush it. But hold it gently, and you can appreciate its beauty without causing harm. This captures the essence of detachment, learning to appreciate life without becoming enslaved by it. Now, let's explore the third principle, the pursuit of higher meaning. For Schopenhauer, art, philosophy, and self-reflection weren't merely intellectual pursuits, they were vital tools for navigating life's challenges. These activities allow us to step beyond the will's constant demands and connect with something greater than ourselves. When you immerse yourself in a symphony, lose yourself in a great novel, or engage in deep contemplation, you're not escaping life but enriching it. In these moments, you touch something timeless, universal, and sublime, transcending the limitations of your individual existence. Now, let's explore the fourth principle, compassion as the ultimate connection. Among Schopenhauer's most profound insights was his understanding of compassion's power. By recognizing the universal nature of struggle that all beings share, we open ourselves to a deeper connection with the world. Compassion enables us to see beyond our own experience and extend genuine kindness and understanding to others. This practice doesn't just benefit those around us, it transforms us too. Through compassionate action, we break free from the isolation that intelligence often creates. We become part of something larger than ourselves, helping to create a world that's a little less harsh and a little more humane. The fifth and final principle, quieting the mind and the will. Schopenhauer's philosophy ultimately aims not to escape life, but to find peace within it. This peace emerges from calming the will's endless desires and cultivating inner tranquility. You can achieve this through practices like mindfulness, meditation, or simply spending time in nature. Picture yourself sitting beside a still lake, watching the water mirror the sky. In such moments, your mind grows quiet, your heart lightens, and the world feels complete. This is the peace Schopenhauer believed we could all experience by learning to quiet the will. As we conclude our exploration of Schopenhauer's hidden insights about intelligence, let's return to our initial question. Is intelligence a gift or a burden? The answer, as we've discovered, is both. Intelligence can isolate us, burden us, and reveal uncomfortable truths about life, yet it can also elevate us, liberate us, and connect us to existence's profound beauty and mystery. The choice ultimately rests with us. We can allow our intelligence to become a source of suffering, or we can transform it into a tool for growth, compassion, and transcendence. Schopenhauer's teachings remind us that true wisdom isn't found in escaping life, but in fully embracing it, contradictions and all. As you move forward, consider what you've learned. How will you use your intelligence, not just to understand the world, but to transform it? How will you quiet the will and cultivate peace and purpose? And most importantly, how will you connect with others not in spite of your intelligence, but because of it? If these ideas speak to you, let's continue the conversation. Share your thoughts, questions, and experiences with intelligence and self-discovery. Together, we can explore the deeper truths that make life not merely bearable, but truly meaningful. Remember Schopenhauer's teaching. Our greatest insights often come from embracing life's paradoxes. Intelligence isn't just a burden, it's a beacon lighting the way to a deeper, more authentic life. Thanks for watching.